Won't it be Ryan the Great? And today we are talking about free agency around the league. All the big free agent moves, every person moving teams, getting traded. We're going to talk about all that. But before we talk about that, guys, make sure you subscribe to the post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother, Ryan the Great Vlogs. And also make sure you follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. Let's get right into it. So, first move of free agency. The Atlanta Hawks trade Danilo Gallinari. I'm pretty sure it was, 3 first-round picks, and the Spurs also get a pick swap to get DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray with Trae Young. This is a playoff contention team. Obviously, last year they didn't have the best of years, but 2 years ago they did go to the conference finals, let's remember. So they are improving their roster. I get that they gave up 3 first-round picks, but a lot of picks have been given up in trades this free agency. So I think it's a very big move there. Trae Young seems excited that he's playing with DeJounte Murray. And, apparently the Spurs are releasing Danilo Gallinari, and he will be signing with the Celtics. I'm pissed off going to the Celtics. I believe Danilo Gallinari can play. He can shoot threes. Drive to the basket pretty well. I don't know why they would be releasing him, but I guess that's what they think is best for the team. Our next thing. Let's see here. Patty Mills re-signed with Brooklyn. I think that's a good move. Oh, and also, we will not be talking about Kevin Durant or Kyrie. I will talk about Kyrie Irving probably at the end of the video. Kevin Durant, I already made a separate video about him. Go make sure you make sure you watch the last video on what I thought of Kevin Durant's trade request. And then Kemba Walker was traded to the Detroit Pistons, but then they just finalized a contract buyout. I guess this makes sense. They don't really need him because, they do have Cade Cunningham. They just drafted Jaden Ivey. It looks like they're trying to build from the draft. I personally don't have a problem with that, releasing Kemba Walker. Now he has a chance to go wherever he wants. He's probably not going to get a big contract, but he needs to find somewhere where he can revive his career. Probably not with a contender, but a team that is like sub 500 and is barely making it into the playoffs, so he can try and revive his career and then get a nice contract. Victor Wembanyama. I'm really just scrolling through Woj's Twitter because I can't. Because I'm trying not to miss anything here. I'm trying to find all these. All right, next is Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal signs a 5-year, $251 million maximum contract to stay with the Wizards. I personally hate this move. I am not a fan of it whatsoever. I think he should have left Washington, go to some. I thought he should personally went to Miami because, Miami wouldn't have to. It might have been a sign-in trade. I'm not too sure. So maybe Miami would have to give up assets. But signing this contract, I personally believe, and I hate to say this, I don't know if Bradley Beal puts winning at the top. I understand that he wants to stay loyal, but there's one point where you have to say, you have to win at one point. What time are you going to get tired of losing? He's always losing. He's not a winner. He's not a loser, but he's not a winner either. He's in the middle of that. He's a really great player. I think, 2 years ago, he got off averaging 30. This year, he averaged 23 points, but got hurt, with the wrist injury, I'm pretty sure it was. And now he signed this contract. I understand why he signed the contract, $250 million. I mean, $250 million. I am all about players getting their money. If you can get $100 million, go get $100 million. If you can get $10 million, go get $10 million. As much as you can get, that's what you have to strive for. I love it when players get paid, and I definitely believe Bradley Beal deserves all the money in the world, but damn, he should have went somewhere else. And Freeney Simon signs a 4-year, $100 million contract to go back to the Blazers. I am happy. I think Anthony Simons is a really great player, very underrated. I'm not sure what he averaged this past year, but I remember watching one game against the Sixers. He had about 20 points, and I am a fan of him. I think he can really make an impact in the league. What did he average this past? I'm looking up his stats here. 17, 2, and 4. I mean, that's not bad. 17 points. He's not that bad. I think he's a future all-star, but he's just underrated because he plays in a small market and an underachieving team like Portland. So I definitely think he deserves his money. Free agent Bobby Portis is returning to the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm kind of upset because I did want Bobby Portis to come to the Sixers if we couldn't get PJ Tucker. But I'm glad he got his money. I know he wanted to explore free agency last season, but he had to return to the Bucks, so I'm not sure if anybody was interested in him. But he got his money, and I'm glad. He definitely is a key factor for the Milwaukee Bucks championship team. Free agent Daniel House has agreed on a 2-year, $8.5 million deal with the Sixers. I like this move for the Sixers. It's a good move to back up Matisse Thybulle if the Sixers keep him. I'm going to talk about that probably in a separate video, so make sure you stay tuned for that about Matisse Thybulle and all the moves the Sixers have made and what they should do. So we'll be doing that. But Daniel House, I personally like the move. He played with Harden, but I'm kind of upset that the Sixers are turning into the Rockets. You got Morey, Harden, PJ Tucker now, Daniel House. You got all these pieces. So now you're turning into the Rockets. I'm somewhat okay with it. I'm somewhat not okay with it. As long as we have Embiid, Harden, Maxey, all them guys. I think we're good there. So personally, I think the signing's good. 4 point something million dollars per year. I'm not going to do the math on this one. I think it's a good deal. Very cheap deal anyway. Free agent Tyus Jones agrees on returning to the Memphis Grizzlies on a 2-year deal, $30 million. I believe Tyus Jones is the best backup point guard in the NBA. Definitely did a great job backing up Ja Morant in the playoffs. I just think he deserves his money. I don't watch much of the Memphis Grizzlies, so I couldn't really tell you, I can't tell you all about them because I'm not too familiar with them. But when I watched them play, I was very impressed. And comparing him to the best backup point guards in the NBA, I think he's probably number one there. Amir Coffey agrees. Damian Jones, a 2-year deal with the Lakers. Chris Boucher returning to the Raptors. That is a very good signing by the Toronto Raptors. I really like that. I'm a fan of this guy, Chris Boucher. He got his money finally. He's definitely a good backup. I definitely think he could be a starter in the NBA. But we'll just have to see with the Raptors. I know, I think isn't he a guard? I don't know. I don't watch the Raptors too much. Lou Dort, 5-year, $87.5 million, stay with the Oklahoma City Thunder. I have no clue who this guy Lou Dort is, but when I saw this, I was very surprised because I don't know who he is. I actually haven't even looked up his stats yet. I'll put up Lee Dort. I don't know who he is. I'll be honest, I've never heard the name. So I'm interested to see what he's all about, if I can. Did I even spell his name right? Maybe he got hurt. Oh, no, I have seen this guy before. Okay. I know who he is, but I've never really seen him play. So he got a lot of money. I mean, once again, I like it when you get their money. So got his money, and he's looking good. Batum, 2-year deal with the Clippers. Patty Mills has agreed to a 2-year, $14.5 million deal with the Nets. I like that move for Brooklyn. He's back there with with the team he was with. That just made no sense whatsoever, what I just said. I think it's a good deal. He's getting some money, even at the age that he's at. Definitely a good caliber role player. So, I think he's doing well for himself now. Jalen Brunson. I love Jalen Brunson so much. He went to Villanova. He helped Villanova win a championship, two national championships with Villanova. As you guys know, I'm a Villanova fan, so I love Jalen Brunson, but I hate that he went to the Knicks. And let me tell you why. I understand that he got his money, got $104 million, I think it was. But the New York market is going to be selling Jalen Brunson to New York. He is not a LeBron, Durant, Kawhi. He's a great player. Not great, but he's a very good player. I think he averaged, 21 points in the playoffs, 17 points for the season. Really really good player, but he's just not the guy that you can sell the New York market to. He's going to give you 17, 4, and I don't know, whatever he gets. All I know is he'll give you 20 points. That's all I know. But he's just not the guy who's going to bring New York to the promised land like all the people in New York are hoping for. All right? I really like I like that he got his money. but he's just not the guy that New York is going to be patient with because he's not a KD, LeBron, or Kawhi. If you guys understand like what I'm saying here, and also I'm kind of scared because this is hard to explain, but so a player like has a breakout season with a team, right? So Jalen Brunson had a breakout season with the Mavericks, and now he chooses to leave for the Knicks. I think you should stay with the team that built you up so you could explode even more. And then the money will come. I think he was even going to get $106 million with the Mavericks. So he would have got the same money. I think he might have got a little more. But I understand on the Knicks he's going to like get a bigger role in the team, and his father's the assistant coach, Rick Brunson. I'm actually a fan of Rick Brunson myself. He coached Temple. I watched a few Temple games before. So that's how I kind of feel about it. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. Nick Claxton agreeing on a 2-year, $20 million deal with the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They don't really have much big man debt. I know Andre Drummond left, so that's about it. James Harden and the Sixers are planning to negotiate this weekend. That's great. Gary Harris on a 2-year deal with the Orlando Magic. Oh, shoot. What did I just do? Okay. DeLon Wright. Let's see. Jalen Brunson officially signed. Drummond with a 2-year deal, $6.6 million of the Bulls. I wanted the Sixers to bring him back. I don't think he would want to come back because of, they traded him for Harden. But I think it would be I thought it would have been a great addition to back up Embiid. I thought he did great when he was with the Sixers. He'll grab you 10 rebounds. He's not going to score the ball like he used to, but he's somebody that'll give Embiid, 15 minutes rest of the game. So I think he's good in that role. But for Chicago, I think this is a great move. Somebody on the bench. Or he might be. Who plays center on the Bulls? Unless I'm tripping. I know I don't know. It might be the starter. I don't know. I forget who the center is. Anyway, Karl Anthony Towns agrees on a 4-year, $224 million Supermax extension. I am sort of okay with the move and not okay with the move because of the fact that Karl Anthony Towns did not really show up in the playoffs. There was games where he was really good, and there was games where he was really bad. In the regular season, he's very good. He's been the third best center in the league for the past 3 years now, I believe. So I definitely think that it was sort of the right move for Minnesota, but I also think it wasn't. You know what I mean? Because you got to show up when it really counts, and that's the playoffs. I think if he would have had better games, they probably could have beaten Memphis. I'm being dead serious. Anyway, Devin Booker agrees on a 4-year, $224 million Supermax extension with the Suns. Definitely well deserving of his money. I believe, once again, well deserving of his money. The only game he did not show up was Game 7 of the actually really did not show up at all. Was Game 7 of the West Semis against Dallas. Definitely super deserving of his contract. I think he was second team All NBA, an MVP candidate late in the year. Definitely well deserving, and I think he'll continue to thrive with Phoenix. Jokic has agreed to the largest deal in NBA history, 5-year, $270 million Supermax extension with the Denver Nuggets. Unbelievable. I'm kind of mad because, I believe Embiid is the best center in the league. I definitely believe he should have won MVP last year, probably not the year before. I'll be real because he just didn't play enough games, but if he played enough games, he would have been MVP, and we all know that. But I'll be honest, definitely well deserving. He can score, pass, rebound. He can do everything on the floor. Carried the Denver Nuggets to the playoffs. I think they lost in 5 games to Golden State. So definitely he is well deserving of this contract, and I think he'll continue to thrive, but he'll always be second to Embiid. Ja Morant agreed on a 5-year, $193 million rookie extension that could become $231 million. This is a great move for Memphis. This team is on the rise. I feel like if they just get one more superstar, they could go to the conference finals, possibly even the championship. But, the problem is nobody really wants to go to Memphis because, it's freezing out there. But definitely a great move for the Grizzlies, getting their all-star back, getting the most improved player back, and he is just such a superstar. Oh man, he really. I really like to say he is really like an Iverson. He is quick, like he is so fast. He can shoot. He can finish at the rim. I remember that one block where he literally jumped up on the bat. Like I don't know how to say it. Like I think his head was at the rim, and he two-hand blocked Avery Bradley's layup. It was crazy, but that was really good. That was a really good block, so yeah, he's definitely going to thrive there. Rubio going to sign with the Denver Nuggets. Definitely some good backup depth to Jamal Murray, because I definitely think the Nuggets are a contender now. Because now that you have, Jamal Murray, I would maybe Rubio will start at the shooting guard, but Christian Braun, I enjoyed him playing in Kansas. You got MPJ coming back, Aaron Gordon, and you got Jokic. That's definitely a deep playoff run team. And now they're adding depth with, did I say Ricky Rubio? I meant Bruce Brown, I'm sorry. That is on me. Ricky Rubio is going to go to the Cavaliers. Bruce Brown is going to the Nuggets. I'm sorry, that's my fault right there. Bruce Brown will be going to the Nuggets, so yeah, he'll probably, once again, he might play guard. I always thought him more of a small forward, but it seems like the Nets played him as a guard, so maybe the Denver Nuggets will put him differently. Mitchell Robinson agrees on a 4-year, $60 million deal to stay with the Knicks. Once again, got his money. I like that he got his money, so that's good. I don't think it's much of a big move because, they're the Knicks, and Mitchell Robinson's not anything special. He's a half-decent player. I mean, I would take him as a backup for Embiid, but he's not going to accept that role. So, he's a half-decent player. And I don't know if he's well deserving of this contract, but what are you gonna do? But Yusuf Nurkic got a 4-year, $70 million deal. I believe that he deserves that because I think when healthy, he's definitely top 15 center in the NBA. I really do believe that. But the problem is he's never healthy to prove it. I think he was well deserving of the money, and he gets a really big role in Portland now that McCollum's gone. Simons is probably now the second option behind Lillard, but God knows if Lillard's staying. I would sure hope not, because I want to see him thrive somewhere else. John Wall officially signs his contract with the Clippers, 2 years, $13.2 million. I definitely think the Clippers are the top contender to beat the Warriors right now. You got Paul George, you got Kawhi, obviously. Now you got John Wall as a third option, and you got a lot of depth. They just re-signed Zubac on a $33 million deal. I think I'm pretty sure it was 3 years. You got Norman Powell, Robert Covington, Reggie Jackson, Terrence Mann. You got a lot of pieces to help go far in the playoffs, and I think they probably will make it to the conference finals with the Warriors, if I'm being honest with you guys. Robin Lopez on the Cavs, good move because he'll be able to back up Markkanen. And who's the Cavaliers center? I keep forgetting. It's Markkanen and somebody else. God dang it! This is gonna haunt me. I keep forgetting everything. It's who plays center? Is it It's Mobley, right? No. I'm so confused. Oh my God, this is gonna haunt me, I think. This is gonna haunt me. The hell? Center. I'm sorry. I remember Jared Allen. Damn it. Oh, how did I forget that? That's my fault. Jared Allen, $100 million. I'm stupid. Moving on. Atlanta's trading Kevin Huerter to Sacramento for Justin Holiday, Mo Harkless, and a future first-round pick, which I'm pretty sure was a lottery projected first-round pick in 2024 and a top 12 projected 2025 pick and a top 10 projected in 2026 pick. A lot of picks. Probably not the best move. I think giving up 3 first-round picks for Kevin Huerter was not the best idea. I don't think it was the best idea. So, and you're also just giving up Justin Holiday. Justin Holiday, I think he's pretty good player. But 3 first-round picks for Kevin Huerter, I don't agree with that. Let's see. Malcolm Brogdon is being I forgot I saw this. Malcolm Brogdon is being traded to Boston. For Boston, very good move. He can back up Marcus Smart. I do believe I think I said this in one of the NBA Finals videos that the Celtics have a point guard problem and they don't have a true point guard, and I think Brogdon can help with that. Definitely an underrated player in the league, and I think he'll help. I think the Celtics sent Daniel Tice, Aaron Nesmith, and a 2023 first-round pick, and they also included Nick Stauskas, Malik Fitz, and Juan Morgan. I'll be honest, I don't know any of who those guys are except for Nick Stauskas. I've heard his name. Kevon Looney agrees on a 3-year, $25.5 million deal to return to Golden State. Definitely a great move for Golden State. Getting back somebody who can back up James Wiseman once he comes back. I personally believe he played very well in the playoffs. I think I said that in the NBA Finals video. He was grabbing rebounds. He committed a lot of fouls, but I feel like that was kind of his role to try and stop the Celtics from going into the paint. So definitely a great move for the Warriors. And the next move was crazy. Rudy Gobert is traded to Minnesota for 4 first-round picks. Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverley, Walker Kessler, and Jared Vanderbilt. Forget all the players except for Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley's a damn good defensive player, and I think giving him up for Rudy Gobert, who's probably an even better defensive player, was probably what Utah would want, because you need some. If you're gonna get rid of defense, you need to get some defense in return. But 4 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert. I'm gonna bring up something about Kevin Durant here. The only thing I'm gonna say about Kevin Durant in this video. If Rudy Gobert gets 4 first-round picks traded for him, imagine what Kevin Durant is gonna get traded. Imagine how many picks Kevin Durant's gonna get traded for. 6, 7, 4 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert. He's a half-decent player, very good defensive player. Offensively, not so much. In the playoffs, he definitely did not show up defensively, but it was pretty sad because he can't kick out on the wing. He can't jump out on defenders on the wing. Why did I say kick out? Unless I said that right, I don't know. 4 first-round picks. I mean, the players to me don't matter. Patrick Beverley, though, I'm kind of upset that he was leaving. I enjoyed him playing on the Timberwolves. But there's a chess saying you have to give up the queen to get the king, and I think giving up Patrick Beverley the queen and getting Rudy Gobert the king. Obviously, Rudy Gobert's no king, but you understand what I mean. So that was a crazy move, very blockbuster, and I guess Minnesota. I don't know how it's gonna fit with him and Gobert and Towns. I'm not sure how that'll fit. I guess Towns will play the 4 and Gobert will play the 5. I don't know. Dante DiVincenzo on a 2-year, $9.3 million deal with Golden State. That is probably the sneaky move, I think. Because Dante DiVincenzo is a damn good player. Before he got hurt, was starting on the Milwaukee championship team. Let's not forget. Remember, he was the best player on the Villanova team that went to one of the 2018 NCAA finals. Definitely a damn good player. I forget what he averaged on Milwaukee. I don't know how much he played in Sacramento because nobody watches the Kings. Let's get real. And Damian Lee's leaving the Warriors, go to the Suns. Good depth there. Darius Garland agrees on a 5-year, $193 million deal with the Cavs. I personally think he should have won Most Improved Player. Actually, no. DeJounte Murray should have won Most Improved Player. My apologies. I definitely think he was runner-up. I don't think John Morant really should have won because he was a second overall pick and he was doing fine before, he was averaging 27 points. I guess that is Most Improved. I'm not sure, but it is what it is. So I think it's a good move for the Cavs. He's definitely an all-star player. Colin Sexton will be coming back, and you still got Mobley, you got Lauri Markkanen, you got Jared Allen. They got a lot of good moves, and I think they just re-signed Ricky Rubio. who was just coming off the ACL injury. And they're looking good. Definitely a playoff-bound team. And I think, that's it. For now, that's it. If I missed anything, I would hope you guys to let me know. This is a 25-minute video, so if you guys are still here, I'm going to tell you to subscribe with the post notifications on, and go subscribe to my brother, Ryan the Great Vlogs. Make sure you find me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.